Hey guys. So I really try not to record myself when I feel like this, but I guess here goes nothing, right? This is the better part of how I felt today. This is me being able to actually talk and open my eyes. And today was extremely difficult to get out of bed. And, I do consider myself to be a person with bipolar 2 disorder that's more on, I would say there's nothing healthy about me, that's for sure, physically. But more on the healthier way right now of dealing with my bipolar, where, I have my psychiatrist, but I haven't been doing all the things that I need to do to really be the better version of me. And it's because of my bipolar too. So this, as we all know, to my conquerors out here, I'm a little bit anxious. So you guys can hear it in my breath. But anyway, I guess the point I was saying is today was really hard to get out of bed. Today I reached out to like 1,000 people and never reached out to one. Today was a day where I wanted to just reach out to or beg someone to just come and sit with me or call me or just entertain me, make me laugh, or just sit and quiet with me, or just to listen. And the problem with that is that if I get someone to listen, or someone, well, I'm never going to get someone to listen because I'm never going to really tell someone when I need help. And that's how it could be sometimes for many people. So with me, my help is my therapy, right? It's my therapy. But there's times that you can't get a hold of your therapist, or, and you're not able to. And then this day comes, and then, you kind of try to, or you think you're trying to reach out, and you realize that no, what your real mindset is, it's about to get real, guys. What your real mindset is, no, I can't reach out to anyone because I don't want anyone to get close to me. I don't want to get close to nobody. When you're cool as hell, right? So, but it's different because you don't really want to get close to anybody, because then relationships are expectations. And then, you got to communicate with people. And then nobody understands when I go ghost, and no matter how many times you tell your loved ones the symptoms, things to look out for, the ones that you try to trust, the ones that, where the last time you saw them, you mentioned something in the hopes that they would be more willing to reach out to you or come and get you out of your house. You see, for many people, they don't understand this. They're like, oh, get your own ass out your house. But you won't tell someone with cancer that, there are real times for real people who really cannot physically get out, who are going to shut you out on every ability, who life's normal situations can trigger. Kids growing up, kids trying to have their own life. And because I don't want to be anything like my mom, my bipolar disorder is very different from hers. So I tend to retrieve. I tend to not allow anyone to see me. I mean, there's times where I'm screaming into my pillow for no one can hear me screaming. It's physical pain. Like, I actually am in physical pain. There are times that I'm by myself and I actually say I am in so much pain. And it's a pain that it's hard to explain. I don't know. I felt obligated to pick up this video and say something. I'm putting together. Oh, okay. I decided that I'm putting together something very artistic, to show what bipolar is. However, my issue is I don't want it to be me. I don't want it to be my face. I don't want people that are not for me to be. I don't want that. There's people that during this journey of me getting better that are listening, and they're not in my corner, that are subscribed to my channel. They're not for me. They don't want the better for me. They don't want to see me win. So I'm not in a place yet. I don't know, maybe that just comes with more moral support from people, but I'm not there. I'm not there where I can utilize myself in that art. So how do I create this artistic video that I want to make and attach it to a poem if I'm worried about what other people are going to think? And it's not about you guys, my bombers. It's more of those people that just kind of have a connection with me one way or another, right? Putting this content out for the world to see that can be transferred and shared by your enemies and your loved ones. That doesn't really bother me as much because I'm speaking my truth, right? And you got so many people that, I don't know, like know your truth, but because they're jealous or they don't like you, or they want just to do you harm, they don't want to see you win, they're just going to drag your name. And then you got to think about, at least for me, that's how it's always been, right? So I've been on my own since I was 14. So what and why is it that I really do care? Do I really care? The reality of it is no. The reality of it is, I guess it's more protecting my kids, but then it's my kid's life. They see mommy dealing with their bipolar disorder in a healthy way. But since COVID, there's been those times where my kids have actually seen the real life issues that mom been dealing with since the death of her father, that kind of came on set, things that I was trying to figure out, like, hey, what the heck is going on, and things that were weird to me, things that weren't more my typical things that I was like, what the hell is happening? And it was a real actual, like, brain change. It was a real actual brain change. Like, I would love to see my brain in an MRI and to see the differences from my last CT scan to the way it looks now. That's how interesting, to the point that I'm actually thinking of going back to college to finish my psychology degree that I started in Monroe College in the Bronx. Was good, guys. And but then I get stuck, like, what is it that I want to do? I don't want to be a psychiatrist. I want to be a therapist. I want to be a psych oh my god, it's a little bit different. It's a psychotherapist, that specializes in some specific things, in incest and trauma, so what I kind of want to do is real specific. If I can't help people, then there's no point. But if you know me, you know that I love the brain. I love psychology. I love helping people. It's my passion. Hello, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm helping somebody. It's the whole point of these videos, like my podcast. And so I laugh because a part of being bipolar is forgetting what the hell I was just talking about. Can I say we? If you're a bipolar warrior, then you understand why I was going to say we. But me, Jesus. But anyway, there was a point to this video. And the point is that, fuck it. Fuck all those people. They're not in my corner. They don't want me to win. And I'm sorry that I'm cursing, but today was a rough day, and it was a bad day, and it was a lonely day. It was a day. It was a day. It was another day that when I feel this dark, I didn't ask for help. I didn't reach out. I had to go through the motions and just kept reminding myself that there's an end to this episode and it's going to be okay. I've been celibate for 7 months and people don't understand that I do suffer from hypersexuality, um, hypersexual disorder. And it's very difficult when you're celibate. So that for me turns into depression. It's almost like if I'm next to a guy that I like, or I'll probably think is cool, or it's like crack. Like literally, I'm hype. My nose, I'm hyper. I can literally sense like a wolf, like a Jesus. Like I can literally smell the cologne 10 times harder, or it's just and it's just weird, and it's almost like when an a dog owner locks up their dog so they won't bite nobody. So the respect that I have, and um keeping those that I care about around me, when I feel a hypersexual episode, it's like I got to disappear, because I've been there, done that, having that friends with benefits, that knows my situation. I think I've only had one person my entire life that, or two. I mean, for God's sakes, I'm 39 years of age. So, in my lifetime, where knew exactly what I was going through, and understood that for me, well, at least one of them knew for sure, my deepest, darkest moments. And that's very recent connection. So that one kind of knew. I was able to share with this person, their parents has mental problems. So we're able to actually connect on that level. But the friendship is just not the same, eventually you guys are different. Guys are cool as hell. Guys are super simplistic, super simple. It doesn't bother you. But for me personally, it's like, oh my God, like, now every time we get together, it has to be a sexual thing, or it's expected, and it made me feel like eventually, as a hypersexual, even though I'm not sleeping around, mind you, one person that I like gave myself to, and I can call when I was crying or I was not feeling well, I was getting sick, and they would be there for me, to come for me, to give me what I needed at that moment, like if it's Tylenol, Motrin. But I would feel like I'm just a piece of meat. I'm never going to fall in love. I'm never going to find a person that can appreciate me at my best and on my side, or like my ugly, because I'm giving a part of myself to someone, and it's feeding that hypersexual symptom. Like, ugh, like, what do I say? What's the word to say? Symptom, I guess. Yeah. When it comes on, I had another friend who didn't even realize I was suffering from all this stuff all these years. I mean, neither did I, but I would get into I remember through the years saying, oh my God, like when I get upset, like if I'm frustrated, like I need it. When I need it, I want it. And if I didn't get it, I would start crying like by myself. Like if the guy, my guy friend would never know, unless I actually acted out angry. Like, oh my God, like, like I need to have sex. Like, like, you know what I mean? Like, and so knowing me enough would always be like, I'll let you know as soon as I get home. I felt that a part of them probably thought I was depressed, and I needed that connection, and that was just me, myself, and me, and it is what it is. And the point is, it always goes back to what I said. I'm giving myself a part of me away. So when I'm working on my business, my career, my future plans, my journey to 40, I'm bossing it. I got my own house. I don't own it, but I got my own stuff. I got my car. I'm paying my own bills. There's this there's this part of me that's, it's a battle to control. Um, in the relationship, when I had a relationship, I didn't realize I was hypersexual because I had a man and I had someone that can comfort me and can give me love. And, I'm blessed. There's a lot of hypersexuals that ruin their marriages and relationships and they're constantly cheating. Due to my background growing up in an incest environment, I think in a funny way that kind of makes a void for me to, like, I guess, be promiscuous in that way. So it's more like I have to have this connection. I have to have a connection, and I'm real off about titles. So, if you're gonna treat me like your girlfriend and you think that's where we're at, then that's the level we're gonna be at. If not, I'm gonna treat you like where you're at. You know what I'm saying? And if you're my friend, then we have that understanding and mutual respect that this is what it is, but there's still respect and there's still love. And I'm going to still be myself. I'm still going to tell you I love you and all this stuff. And I can see where that can be confusing. So I guess the point to that is I've been proudly celibate since September of 2021. Basically since the last kind of, it wasn't even a relationship, but it was an on and off such entanglement for 6 months, let's just say, because it was rebound, guys. It was rebound. Um, you know, so I've been celibate, and before him, I was actually celibate for almost a year. I think a year already. So, I definitely take care of myself and value my body. I'm just, when I'm with that one person, I go crazy. There's not an issue, there's not a problem. And in my opinion, I ruined that friendship. And so I don't want to ruin any more friendships. Okay? Those are two very good friends for many, 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 many years, over 15, 20 years, just many, many, many years. One was like 12, 13 years. One was over 15 years. So since I've been literally in Florida, I knew the other one. I know the other one. And so, yeah, I just feel good that I kind of picked up the phone and told you guys how today for me wasn't a good day. And this is me good right now. This is just know this is me good. I couldn't really show what was happening. However, what I could do for my bombers that are going through what I'm going through is be honest and say, guys, today I was struggling to survive today. It was bad. It was ugly. It was ugly cries. It was pain. It was a lot of, it was just really, I felt like I would go to the hospital. It was mentally, physically, it was painful. It was very lonely. But I'm okay right now. I'm okay right now. Today, um, people with bipolar disorder and depression, we live moment by moment, day by day, understanding that every second is a blessing and every second is just a blessing. It's like, thank you, God. Like, it's just a blessing, you know. I want to give a shout out to my friends who are in agony and who are in pain. I have friends that are bipolar. I have family who have mental health issues. They need to hear and feel that it is okay to not fit in to your quote unquote society, and understand that there are people out there that do feel like they live in a third person. Like, if they technically really just don't exist, like, there are people. I understand you. Just know that I understand you. I understand that sometimes you might think, are people seeing you? Like I'm real, right? I'm real. Okay, I do exist. Okay. I get it. I get it. And I just want you to know that you matter. You know, have a friend on Facebook who actually, I can't, many people have different levels of courageousness. I had a friend today that was just like, I need help. And we kind of all poured in on him. And normal me, healthy me would have been, oh, where are you? I'm on my way. But me, Topsy, my alter ego, Erica, we could not get out of bed and be there. But then what I realized was that I saw that because he was helping me and he doesn't have any idea he was helping me. Out of respect to my friend, I don't want to say his name. But I am going to send you this link and I am going to tell you about yourself. And I want you to know that this is for you. So courageous to reach out. I know we hate the word courageous because why should it be courageous, right? It's courageous because you lived today. You made it without dying. I made it without dying today. We are here, and that's what it's about when the episode kicks in. Is about knowing that you don't know how long this episode is going to be. And when we hit our peak, when we get to the point that we're so scared, it's when we reach out. And unless you recognize that like I do, or other people might recognize that as this nigga right here. And I'm sorry, censor that. It is what it is. I'm sorry, guys, but there's going to be some that might get offended, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm from New York, and it's my slang and how we talk. Okay? And we're all Hispanics and blacks. So that's my circle. And these, I'm not used to people checking me for the way I talk or whatever. That's not how I'm not used to that. So I got to understand that I have a platform now, and I'm trying to change little by little. So I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's important that I say that because I'm trying for you guys to focus on the topic at hand, which is mental health. I almost said your name too, sweetie. My God. But today you helped me. And I want to thank you because you helped me. And it was beautiful to see at the end how you kind of dipped in and was just like, wow, like, guys, this shit made me feel better. Like, all this comments and this shit made me feel better. And I started to cry, I ain't gonna lie, because I realized that I know really how you feel. I know how you feel. I know how it feels to feel like that one sentence just breathed air into you. That comedy show breathed air into you. That friend that called you or texted you or came to pick you up took the time to make sure that you live through this episode because they understand that there is a chemical imbalance going on in that moment. That it's not you. It's precious to know that. And it sucks that they're not there all the time or that our disorder pushes people away. And because we don't know how to deal with what's happening to us, we don't recognize ourselves. Just know I see you, like I told you today on the post. I see you. We see you. And you got to replay this over and over. Then you replay it over and over. To that girl on Facebook that talked about faith and God. And when she is in an episode, if she's the only one that turns to God or Christianity, listen, it doesn't matter whether you're religious, or religious, spiritual, but if you hold on to your faith and that's what pushes you through your God, then that's what you do. I'm going to call you D. Your first initial of your name is D. I think it's DSB. Yes, or DB at least. Because I know that at least that's your first and last initial. So, DB, just know, young lady, that I agree. I play my gospel all the time. When I'm happy, when I'm sad, it brings me out of that dark hole. It keeps me lifted and positive the majority of my time, and allows me to do what I'm doing now. Allows me to be able to talk to my bombers and share my life with my bombers to a point that's respectful, of course. Because I am definitely pretty private. So I couldn't reach out to anybody today. Well, I did try today, but I didn't say anything. It was just like, oh, hey. And then I was saying so much and said, okay, no problem. Then that's really all I sent back, but it was not what was really happening. And so, oh, I did do something good last week though. I reached out to a friend and I told him that I needed to reconnect with people, and then I was in remission, and it's the first time that I've been working since COVID outside the house, since my avoidance disorder, and all that stuff. And the point is that within 24 hours, I was out with family again. And when you stop to think, this is a group of guys that are real, that are my group of friends, that, they're not just my friends just because I met somebody who met somebody who met. These are my friends. We are friends. And sometimes a year go by, 2 years go by, and, and boom, we come right back again. And we have great memories together. And these are just genuinely good, great guys, and it's crazy how it was a different comfortability being able to speak to them about what I went through in an amount of time, and the love that I received. And it's funny because one of my homeboys, we're gonna call him. I could tell you guys who it is, guys, because I want you to go to the podcast, the Mango Seed Podcast. So this was LaRue. I was with Afro. I was with Thomas T. Jenkins, Soldier Bless. That was who I was with, right? Let me see. Afro, LaRue, Soldier, Tom. And Jester was there and Dizzle, but the guys that I had this conversation with, because it was DJ Dizzle at the grape grind, oh my god, whatever, bar, wine and bar, whatever. It was an amazing time. Reed, amazing bartender. What's up, Reed? Yes, what's good? It was beautiful how we got into a circle, we all cuddled, we all talked about love. And I remember Tom looked at me and said, but we love you. Like, that we're here for you, right? He said, if something was to happen to you, we would be devastated, right? And I remember that your first initial response is just to be like, yeah, of course, yeah. But in my mind, what I said was, the real honest answer to that was, no, I didn't. No, I don't. But now I do. Guys, it's because we were partying. That would have been dark, too dark to handle, and I want to ruin it. So I just didn't I didn't do that. So, but yes, I know, I know, and I knew then at that moment I was reassured. Let's just say that I was reassured, and I needed that moment. I needed people that I feel love when I'm around them. And I don't ask for that love, but it is something that, all I've ever wanted in my life was genuine love, right? And I have my children for that. And that's just what it is, And I'm not saying that I don't have siblings that love me, and my brother doesn't love me, my sister doesn't love me, my uncles and my aunts. It's just the way we are is just the way it is. We didn't really grow up together. So it's so easy to get, like, you can go to them, but they don't really always seek you out. You're the child. It's almost like you're this young child always looking for them, and it's almost like if you finally are open with some of your family, but they still are not. It's almost like, have you not read up on my disorder? Like, I talk to you. There's times that I open up to you guys about it. Like, I tell you guys why I disappear. So if I disappear and I'm suffering and weeks will go by, and those very same people that I talk to about, that I don't even give too many people that personal type of information, and they just don't look for me, they don't reach out to see that I'm okay. And when they see me, they asking me the same freaking dumb ass questions. Where you been? Oh, damn, you disappeared. It is almost offensive, insulting, and it's condescending and belittling all at the same time. And I know that they're innocent in what they're doing. They're innocent. They're innocent. They're innocent. They don't really know. And some of them just know. And it's just like, it is what it is. If it's life, we all got to deal with it. No. Because I'm going to tell you now, if you ask me today, I die tomorrow, my funeral, I will forbid anyone but my children to go in. And that's not my mother, not my sisters, not my brothers, not my aunts, my uncles, nobody. I won't allow nobody in my funeral. I won't have a funeral. It'll be just my children. I tell my children all the time, you won't spend $1 more than what you need to. You save every penny. That is your inheritance. That's all your stuff. Because ain't no one gonna be there for my kids the way I am there. Don't nobody come now. Like, like literally, nobody looks for my kids. You realize that people will have parties and don't invite you. And you understand. But you realize you invite them on special occasions that has to do with your kids, and you realize they have plans, and like they don't stop and make a big deal that it's my kid's birthday. They gotta spend a day with my kids, call my kids. Their dad don't do that shit. You know what I mean? So I gotta make sure that my kids ain't spending money on none of y'all motherfuckers that ain't there for me. Cause y'all don't deserve it. And it's not a punishment. It's not being bitter, guys. I'm being realistic, right? We're being real here. I'm being realistic, and I'm talking about life. And I'm talking about the fact that they gotta survive when I'm gone. Their father could barely pay the child support that he barely ever, almost never. It's been 2 years since he paid full child support for these kids. Daughter's about to graduate high school. The only thing that man will be grateful for is if I'm dead, so he could attempt to stop paying those kids support. So the reality is that my kids already know, don't you dare throw me no funeral. You are going to view me. You guys view me for 8 hours, as long as you guys get the therapist in there, get Dr. Toussaint, get everybody in there to make sure all the medical stuff that you guys need to mentally, in a healthy way, behave. You want to spend money? That's who I want in my funeral. I want counselors. I want therapists. I want psychiatrists. I want people who are going to put my kids on a mental level that is healthy. The same way I'm trying to keep it now. The genetic kicks in every now and again. I want it to continue. I'm all about my kids' mental stability and my kids' mental health. That's the type of funeral they need to have. Take the life insurance, take the inheritance, and call it a day. Move on. Invest. Put money into those stocks. I encourage my children You know, I got big nieces and nephews. I reach out to them once in a while. Hey, you can always call me. You know, and sometimes you reach out to the kids because they're teenagers, they don't call you back. They don't want to hang out with you. Like, yeah, I'll pick you up. They don't really want to hang out with you. They don't want to call you back. It is what it is. It's okay. When the big ones get grow a little bit, they'll reach out to me. They're big. They don't want to hang out with Titi no more. Titi's cool, but she's not that cool. And that's okay. That's okay. But the main priority is to take care of yourselves. And since my friend was so courageous to tell Facebook that he needed help today, I just wanted to come on here and tell my bombers that today was a day for me. And I made it through. And I didn't end up in the hospital, which is a great thing. And I feel happy when I push through, when I look into the bed and my kids are sleeping happily and they ate and, you know, they're good. When I can send a message to my kids, hey, mommy's not feeling well today. You know, mommy's going to be laying down for a little bit today. I don't just lock myself in my room. I got to communicate that with them. I just feel that they owe that respect. And I hold myself accountable because I have my kids peeking in on me every once in a while, driving me nuts. Hey, mom, you okay? Mom, you okay? Hey, you need anything? You know what I mean? So when I tell you those kids don't save my life, they literally saved my life. You know? So, lesson from this, guys, is suicide is a symptom. It is, don't listen to what everybody else says. Suicide is a symptom of most of our disorders. Suicide thoughts, and it's our symptom. And it's normal. It really is normal. It's normal for us. It's normal for us. Your disorder matters as much as cancer matters, in case nobody's told you. It matters, and you are worthy of being seen and being heard. Third, speak up when you're in a crisis. You know, if you're anything like me, just call a hotline. Call the hotline. Call the hotline because you deserve to be heard. On my page on Facebook today, there's human libraries. We need to make that a freaking thing. You know, human libraries. You walk into the library and you check out a human versus a book. And you sit at a little coffee table with your person, face to face, just you and them with a table in a private area, you know, with people, and you talk about your problems. They're there to listen to you like a freaking therapist, guys. Amazing. And we need to do that here in Florida. Anyway. So thank you, my friend M.O. Your name is M.O. Literally. That was me humming his name. And thank you, Miss DB. Okay, Miss DSB. I appreciate I appreciate your post as well. And I am going to give so much love to Elsha. You know, again, he lost his brother about 2 weeks ago. His song is also on YouTube. It's on Spotify. I think it's Long Live Lefty. I hope I got that right. Anyway, you just find him everywhere. He's everywhere. He's an amazing artist here in Orlando. Are you freaking kidding me? I am Elsha. Check on your strong friends, guys. Check on the strong ones. We're the ones that get forgotten the most because we're strong enough to handle it all. I love you guys. Thank you, Bombers, for listening to me today. Bye.